everyone, and welcome back to Stock Trek for the very first in the beginning of Rocket Lab Saturday. Now, Rocket Lab Saturday has been chosen by you, the viewer, because you have been on my Twitter account, handle Stock Trek Girl, and you probably, filled out the quiz, and the day you picked for Rocket Lab Day was Saturday. So congratulations if you're one of those that picked Saturday, then this one is for you. Can you imagine Rocket Lab, a $20 stock? I don't know about you, but I can. And the reason why I can see Rocket Lab going to $20 a share is because of this. Okay, first of all, it's because they have so many acquisitions acquired recently. They have become an end-to-end space solution. Okay, so they are not reliant on, all these outside suppliers like other space companies. They're not reliant on Russia, last time I checked. And as you know, because of the whole tension with the Russia-Ukraine conflict going on right now, defense stocks are going to be in demand. Anything that is going to bolster the defense of the U.S. and its allies is going to be a excellent investment in today's world, especially in this crazy market that we have going on right now. So, with that said, acquisitions is going to be a major driver in what is going to push Rocket Lab to be a $20 stock. Also, what is pushing Rocket Lab to be a $20 stock is their new Neutron rocket, okay? This rocket is just going to blow so much out of the competition out of the water. It's going to be up to par, with what SpaceX has been doing, with going, way up there and doing the automated return. It's going to save money. So it's going to help increase their revenue, and it's going to give SpaceX, a little bit of friendly competition, because it's going to give people more choices other than SpaceX. So we can't have it be a monopoly. So, a lot of things are duopoly when you think about it. You have like Visa, MasterCard, Walmart and, whatever. But a lot of things, Apple, Microsoft, there's a lot of duopolies in stocks and companies. So I do think that, SpaceX, Rocket Lab, they can kind of make a duopoly. So I do think that they are going to be one of the very top runners in the space launching market, not to mention their space systems that they have been acquiring and working on, making it the vertical integration. Okay, so it's going to help fight inflation, the fact that everything is vertically integrated. They're not having to rely on outside suppliers, which could raise the price, which means they're paying higher, which means, all those costs get passed down to the consumers, So that's what happens with inflation. I mean, look at it right now with our gas pumps. It's terrible. If you've been pumping your tank with gas recently, you're probably wondering what in the world. I mean, gas prices are through the roof, and obviously we know the reason why. The whole, oil and Russia ban going on right now, but the U.S. is such a large producer of oil, you wouldn't have known it, but it was, and there was, a few changes that kind of like held that back, but I'm not going to go all into economics right now, but the point is that many reasons why Rocket Lab is a $20 stock, okay? And right now, the market, the way it's just been weighing heavy, on these stocks, especially the stocks that are not completely cash flow positive right now. Now, Rocket Lab has very much increased its revenue. However, we still have a little ways to go before we start raking in the dough and become cash flow positive. When that does happen, though, the stock is just gonna launch and explode up. It's gonna be awesome. Now, as far as some amazing news and developments, I mean, Rocket Lab has finally announced that they are going to be building their Neutron rocket in Virginia. Virginia! Can you believe that? I mean, I did think it was probably going to be in Florida, because I know they were thinking about it. They had looked into it previously at the Space Coast. And with a lot of NASA projects there. However, NASA is in Virginia too, but hey, I can't blame Rocket Lab for wanting its own space, literally. I mean, think about it. But by Rocket Lab going into Wallops Island, they're getting incentives from Virginia for infrastructure and building. It's like they're getting free money. Here, Rocket Lab, come here, come get it. If I was Rocket Lab, I'd be fetching too. I'd be going and grabbing Virginia as well, if you think about it. With all the incentives that are being offered to them, it really only makes sense. Not to mention, they've already started Electron there, right? So it makes a lot of sense that they would put the Neutron with their Electron and it be in the United States, okay? So with the fact that it's in the United States, I do have a feeling they're going to be working a lot with the government. So it's going to bring some nice contracts in. Not to mention, NASA's there too. So it's not like they're really missing out, from the Space Coast from what I see it. I think they're going to create a whole new Space Coast themselves, in Virginia. Kind of like how Elon Musk and SpaceX made their little star base. I really think Rocket Lab can make like a whole little area in and of itself. Just like it has in, Mahia in New Zealand, and just what they're doing now with Neutron in Wallops Island, Virginia. They are separating themselves and giving themselves more space to get things done. Now, the last earnings report was full of deliciousness. I mean, it just, mwah, like it was so yummy to see that last earnings report and seeing that backlog grow all the way to like $500 million in their backlog. I mean, that is awesome. And just imagine, the next reports coming up in the future when it shows, all those earnings coming in with all those space systems that they've acquired. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be great. Yes, they did spend a little bit more in R&D, but that's to be expected. I mean, we know they're building Neutron, right? And they need to build it right. So a little bit more spending in R&D, whatever. That's to be expected. However, they're doing a lot better than what they were projected to do. And what I love about Rocket Lab is when they say they're going to do something, they do it. Now, as far as the upcoming catalyst, we know that they have their upcoming lunar capstone mission, which I don't know about you, but I am super excited about that. Now, I see that as a catalyst. Looking back, whenever they have, a rocket launch coming up, it really hasn't been much of a catalyst, has it? I mean, we all get excited to watch these launches, but it's like the stock doesn't get excited. It just kind of stays, it doesn't really go very far. However, I do think that this is different. This is a lunar mission. This isn't just setting a rocket and some satellites up. This is going to the moon. Okay, this is a huge achievement. This is going beyond Earth, way out there. Okay, so I really do think this could be a potential catalyst that could push the stock price up. We'll have to see, but I'm very excited for the capstone mission, and it's supposed to be happening in May sometime, so we will see how that window goes for the launch, but I'm just gonna say broadly May. I think they said something, you know, in the first 2 weeks of May, but I'm just gonna say May. So sometime in May will be the lunar capstone mission, and then of course we still have to do the mission for Black Sky without mission a beat. So I do know that that's supposed to happen here in early 2022, and guess what? We are in early 2022. So yeah, I'm sure the Black Sky mission will be coming up soon. I don't really know the exact dates for that one. I don't think it's been released yet, but if you have insider knowledge and hey, want to help a girl out and fellow fans of Rocket Lab, go ahead and leave it in the comment below and let me know what you think the next mission is going to be for Black Sky. Let's take a look at the stock chart. Now, I know it's not as beautiful as you want it to be. It's not at $20, but let's just take a little bit of a deeper dive into this and see where it's probably going in the short term versus the long term.
This is where we stand with our Rocket Lab chart. As you can see, as of the last market close, it was at $8.39 a share. Okay, tiny little bump in the after hours. That's that doesn't matter basically at the moment. But yeah, we did drop quite a bit. You know, 4% on the last trading day, which, you know, that's not cool. But it's not going to be the final answer for this stock price. Now, I did say I do see this going to $20 a share, even though it's at $8.39 technically right now. As you can see way down here, you know, yeah, it dropped. Now, it used to be $20 a share at its peak over here, right? So back in September of 2021, it did hit that $20 a share mark. Now, I know it looks quite ominous, this downward spiral. I know it doesn't look like we're taking off on a rocket ship, but I do believe once the market, you know, weeds itself out and takes care of itself with all this inflation and war and whatnot, I do think Rocket Lab will find a footing. And with the acquisitions, with the upcoming missions, and of course the need for more defense spending by the government, you know, I do think that this lowballing here at $8 a share will eventually make its way back up to where it used to be. You know, this was $20.72 a share at this point on 9/9/21. We are a far cry from that. However, you know, as you can see, the market can move very erratically. I mean, look at this. 10/19/21, it was at $12.36 a share, and boom, all of a sudden it went to 15. And I mean, these moves are extreme. These fluctuations are extreme. Look at this. Of course, the drops are extreme. This one went from 15.86 down to 12, and then, you know, keep going down. I mean, we are at, I think this is the bottom floor. I hope this is the bottom floor. I think that, you know, being down in here and keeping loading up in this area, you know, it's a good floor base. I think, yeah, could it go lower? I always say things can always go lower, you know? Yeah, but I really believe that in time, it will go back to $20 a share. As far as when that's going to happen, I don't think it's going to be like super soon. But I would hope that within a year, it could go back to $20. If not a year, then 2 years. So, you know, at least a 2-year target, $20. I mean, that's over 100% return on the money. That's a pretty good investment for 2 years. But, you know, we'll just have to see what further developments happen from here. But my personal price target is $20 a share, probably 2 years from now. So I guess 2 years from now we can look back at this and see if I'm right. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me, so I can't give you with 100% certainty, but, you know, this is my best guess. So let me know what your best guess is.
Well, there you have it. That's Rocket Lab Day for you. And remember, Rocket Lab Day is going to be every single Saturday. That's right, you asked for it, so you're going to be getting it every single Saturday. You are going to get the latest and greatest on your favorite stock, Rocket Lab. So be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified every single time the next video comes out. Don't forget, there's also Space Day Sunday, where I dive into all stocks that are space related as well as aeronautical related, and that's every single Sunday. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter under the handle Stock Trek Girl, where you can ask me questions and interact with other Stock Trek fans, and also, leave your opinion on what you think about Rocket Lab and other space companies, and let's get a community growing here. So, until next time, live long and prosper.